call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got them in your sights.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you, I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you don't miss, just make, don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. Strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names.
Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio begins now.
Live on Tradio, the Oak Ridge Owls and the Fort Worth Christian Cardinals meeting in non-district action tonight here on Cardinal Baseball Pregame. We welcome you in. My name is Will Connerly. Happy to be with you this evening from beautiful Keck Field as Oak Ridge and Fort Worth Christian get ready to square off with the Cardinals. Well, they're looking for their 10th consecutive victory. Let's go back to their 9th win in a row just a couple days ago here at Keck Field. It's their 3rd game in a 4-day stretch here at home, all in non-district action, as the Cardinals move to 27-5-1 on the season. 11-0 the victory. Griffin Carney went 1 for 2, drove in 3 with a pair of stolen bases, up to 392 on the season and 23 runs driven in. Jake Parkerson went 2 for 2. He was our player of the game, had a double and 2 RBIs. Hank Austin also went 1 for 2, had a double, drove in 3, up to 14 ribbies on the season. Parkerson now hitting .429 on the year. So the Cardinals pick up that 11-0 victory over Taka. Now looking to continue their winning ways this evening against Oak Ridge. The Cardinals, in fact, not just 9 consecutive victories, but 4 straight games where they've scored 11 or more runs, and they've been doing it in quick game fashion quite a bit as of late, including the first 2 games this week and each of their last 6 district games, all winning via the run rule. So the Cardinals' offense has been clicking, but the pitching has been just as good, as they've just allowed 2 total runs over their last 3 games while scoring over 11 runs in each of their last 3 as well. So pretty wide margins. That's how you get run rule victories. And we'll continue to look at some of the graphics here pregame for the Cardinals and the Owls. And one thing we look at for Fort Worth Christian, what have you done for me lately? And when we look at who's hot over the last 6 games, it's Grady Emerson, Griffin Carney, and Jacob Ward. Ward not in the lineup tonight, but giving a lot of love to the freshman who's been producing in many ways. Grady Emerson, .526 batting average for him over the last 6 games with 10 hits, and Carney an even .500 over the last 6 games. He's got 8 RBIs, so does Grady, and the two have combined to score 22 runs over the last 6 games. And then Antonio Andujar continuing to put up zeros. 5 innings pitched, no runs allowed, 7 strikeouts, no hits for Andujar. We saw him get on the bump earlier this week in a shorter start. Tonight, it'll be Greg Smeds, the ace of this staff, getting the start. It's the bye week in district play, so the Cardinals scheduled 3 non-district opponents and keeping the schedule the same with their starting pitcher. But speaking of league play, let's look at the standings within district action right now. The Cardinals at the top, a 9-1 record on the year in district play. The lone blemish is to Southwest Christian, who is 7-1 right now in the league. Lubbock Trinity Christian 6-2. Their 2 losses to Fort Worth Christian, who swept them in Lubbock. Midland Christian 4-4. Grapevine Faith, who the Cardinals will round out district play with next week for a home-and-home 2-6, and then All Saints and Flower Mound Coram Deo both with just 1 win in district play. So we look at the district standings because the regular season is winding down for Rusty Greer's club, and certainly important games on the horizon now with Southwest Christian playing at Lubbock Trinity upcoming this week. That will be instrumental if Southwest Christian should lose and the Cardinals could win 2 next week against Grapevine Faith. They would be the outright district champions and still could have a share of that district championship if they should win those 2 games next week. We'll continue to cover that as the night progresses, but we will step aside right now and break down more pregame. We'll give you the starting lineups when we come back as well. You're watching Cardinal Baseball Pregame here on Tradio.
Fort Worth Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to pursue excellence in the classroom, in competition, and in their faith, all while being equipped with a strong biblical worldview. From standout academics and championship athletics to award-winning fine arts and a vibrant student community, Fort Worth Christian is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. We invite you to discover the difference for your family. Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Thank you so much for joining the game with us today. We hope you are enjoying this presentation of Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We have a target of 20,000 channel subscribers before the end of this spring. We need your help to reach that goal. So please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and pick a friend or family member to whom you can share the game. We are happy you are watching and hope you consider becoming a member for access to different member-only content.
Liam's going to get an autograph from Coach Rusty Greer. The ball autographed by our players and coaches.
Welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Pregame here on
We're excited for
Tradio.
Liam to
Andrew
accompany our
Ridgel
team tonight.
catching the first pitch tonight. The Cardinals' last time out, celebrating senior night. That came on Tuesday night. They played at home Monday. They played at home on Tuesday and a home game tonight as well before they close out the regular season next week with games on Thursday and Friday against Grapevine Faith. The umpires at home plate, the 2 head coaches, Rusty Greer and Kevin Harder, will meet at home plate for the ground rules here in just a moment. We'll give you the starting lineup here for Fort Worth Christian. Looks pretty familiar. Jake Parkerson at third, Grady Emerson at short, Griffin Carney at second, Andrew Ridgel is at first base. In the outfield for the Cardinals, they've got another trio of seniors. Once again, Braylon James in center, Jackson Castleberry in right, Jackson Purdue is out in left. And our battery tonight, along with designated hitter, the starter, Greg Smeds, Hank Austin behind the plate catching him, and Blaine McDonald will be the designated hitter here tonight. In just a moment, we'll step aside for the public address, but as we continue to preview this matchup, we tell you all about the Cardinals, 27-5-1, and they're really on a roll right now. But a glance at Kevin Harder, the head coach for the Oak Ridge Varsity Owls. So far this season, they're 6-10, they're 0-4 within district play. And getting a glance at what they've done, donning the Navy and Kelly green colors, a school based out of Arlington. They play in the Southwest Prep League. And an 0-4 mark so far within their district play. Had a game against the Episcopal School of Dallas yesterday, ended up losing 9-2 in that matchup. So they'll also have games in league play against St. Andrews and St. Stephen's Episcopal over the next 2 days. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle their pitching staff, likely wanting to have all their arms rested, ready to go for league play, which is upcoming for them over the next 2 days as they are in search of their first league victory. A year ago, they went 15-5-1, went 4-5 within district play as well for them 1 season ago. So we'll see what these two teams can do. They did not meet 1 year ago. And just to give you a glance of some of the opponents that they've had this season, they play within a district that has Trinity Valley, Fort Worth Country Day, St. Andrews. And now we'll pitch it over to the public address to introduce us more to the two teams tonight.
First, the starting lineup for Oak Ridge. Leading off the shortstop, number 12, Andrew Nelson. Batting second, the pitcher, number 3, Dylan Robinson. Batting third, the first baseman, number 5, Luke Dearman. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 2, Braden Collins. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 7, Easton Jefferson. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 1, Cole Worthington. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 14, Holden Hall. And he's batting for the catcher, number 17, Enzo Figueroa. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 10, Asher Shimmick. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 9, Connor Karazizis. The Owls were coached by Kevin Harder. And now the starting lineup for your Fort Worth Christian Cardinals. Leading off the second baseman, number 27, Griffin Carney. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson. Batting third, the center fielder, number 17, Braylon James. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 11, Jackson Castleberry. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 7, Jake Parkerson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 25, Jackson Purdue. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 20, Blaine McDonald. And he's batting for the pitcher, number 44, Gregory Smeds. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 1, Hank Austin. Also, once again, introducing our baseball player of the day, Mr. Liam Gray. The Cardinals are coached by Rusty Greer, assisted by Jacob Pickle, Curtis Wilkerson, John Hampton, and Tyler Ricks. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to please rise and gentlemen remove your hats for our opening prayer. And please remain standing following the conclusion of our prayer to the playing of our national anthem. Let's pray. Our dear, loving, and most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day that you've blessed us with. We thank you, Father, for the great game of baseball. Father, we thank you for both of these teams, for the talents and the abilities that you've blessed them with. Father, we thank you for their coaches and their parents. Father, we just thank you that we're able to be here tonight in this beautiful setting. We just pray for a wonderful night here at the field. Father, we pray that you be with us all as we go home. Keep us safe. We pray that you would keep the players safe from injury tonight. Father, we thank you for both schools that are represented. And Father, we thank you most of all for your Son, Jesus Christ, in whose name we offer this prayer. Amen.
Welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball pregame, but that about to expire, about to get ready for the game tonight. The lefty ace, Greg Smeds, getting ready to toe the rubber. The Owls of Oak Ridge and the Cardinals of Fort Worth Christian. We're talking a little bit about the Oak Ridge Varsity Owls. Oak Ridge School this season, 6-10, 0-4 in league play. They went 15-14 and 1-4 within league play last year. Again, out of the Southwest Prep division that they play within. Fort Worth in TAPS, so Not two teams that could beat any later on, just scheduling a non-district game and a little bit of a rare occurrence, diving all the way back to 2008 on Max Preps. It's the first time these two teams have played since 2019, so little history there. They played twice in 2019. The Cardinals won both of those games, and then twice in 2008, once in 2009. The Cardinals 5-0, dating back to 2008 against Oak Ridge. Greg Smeds, the ace of the staff, a 1.5 ERA in 42 innings with 33 strikeouts and a whip at 1.11. 119, but we can round up to 1.12 if we'd rather. Either way you slice it, it's been really impressive for Greg Smeds, and he gets the start tonight. We mentioned also just talking about the district again as a reminder, non-district game tonight, but certainly the Cardinals being off tomorrow, they'll have their eyes as the 25-4 Southwest Christian Varsity Eagles go up against Trinity Christian in Lubbock. That's tomorrow and then Saturday for those two games. Very important, as the Cardinals, you would think, would be pulling for Trinity Christian to pick up a victory. But that's neither here nor there. We've got a baseball game tonight between Oak Ridge and Fort Worth Christian. Greg Smeds getting the start, and this game just about to get underway. Greg Smeds last time out, it was last Thursday. He threw 5 innings, 3 hits, just 1 run, had 4 strikeouts and walked 3 in a win against Fort Worth All Saints. As we are underway here from Keck Corton Field in just a moment as Andrew Nelson digs in, the senior shortstop. And Smeds starts his evening off with a strike. Make it back-to-back strikes. Smeds grabbing the black. Nelson atop this order for head coach Kevin Harder so far on the season. Hitting .375 across 15 games of action. And he hits one to the opposite field. It continues to carry, but it tails out in foul territory. Jackson Purdue, the left fielder, will go gather it as Nelson tried to go to the backside, but unable to get that in fair territory. He just fights it off with 2 strikes. Nelson watches for a ball. 15 runs scored for Nelson on the year, leads the team. And he lifts it out to left field. Jackson Purdue there to make the grab. There's 1 out.
The pitcher, number 3, Dylan Robinson.
So Dylan Robinson now comes up with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Smeds gets a swing and a miss on the first offering, and second one in the zone. So another 0-2 count for the southpaw, this time against Dylan Robinson. We'll see him toe the rubber in the bottom of the first inning. As Smeds ahead in the count, 0-2. Foul back. Robinson in 8 games, 7 hits and 21 at-bats, hitting an impressive .333, has driven in 1, while scoring 4 runs in those 8 games with 7 hits. Swing and a miss as Smeds picks up a strikeout for the second out of the inning. And 2 straight retired to begin the outing for Greg Smeds. Smeds has provided length for Fort Worth Christian quite a bit this season. In 6 of his last 7 starts, he's gone 5 or more innings. And he retires the first 2 of this outing, throws a ball. Luke Dearman, the senior first baseman. First 2 outside the zone. Dearman 4 for 20 on the year, hitting 200 across 7 games. Numbers worth looking at, which game changer along with Max Preps both had 16 games logged on the season for Oak Ridge.
The right fielder, number 2,
Numbers appear to be pretty updated, at least on their Max Preps statistically. And it's Greg Svens who issues a 2-out walk. Dearman getting aboard. Brings Braden Collins up to the plate. Speaking of the numbers, his certainly are the best for the Owls this season. Hitting .513 with 8 extra base hits. And he's first pitch swinging. 0-1 count with a runner at first here in the top of the first inning. Just underway from Keck Field. Beautiful night for baseball. Here in non-district play, the 3rd game in 4 days here at home for the Cardinals. Looking to win their 10th in a row tonight. Smeds getting a swing and a miss. So Collins, a .513 hitter, 20 hits, 16 driven in across 15 games. Smeds really trying to climb the ladder. Collins lays off. Senior right fielder has some pop, has hit 2 of the team's 4 home runs. Watches low and in. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smeds goes up once again. Collins wisely laying off. Makes it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No hold by Ridgel. The runner will get a head start. But it's a swing and a miss. So Smeds works around a 2-out walk, gets 2 strikeouts in the top of the first. The Cardinals come to the plate for the first time. When we come back, you're watching Cardinal Baseball live on Tradio.
second baseman, number 27, Griffin Carney.
So Griffin Carney leads us off as we welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. And the first pitch here in the bottom of the first, down and out. Starter Dylan Robinson. Carney, ground ball to short, gloved by Nelson. And he tumbles down just on the edge of the infield turf, and Carney will reach as the infield single on the ground ball up the middle helps him reach base.
Number
Something
2,
he's
Grady
done pretty
Emerson.
much every game this season. And it brings Grady Emerson to the plate. So Dylan Robinson, the junior. And Carney was off as the pickoff was on. He slides to second and is caught. So Robinson comes up with a pickoff of Griffin Carney for the first out of the inning. The always aggressive Cardinals running into the first out of the inning at second base. Pretty clear there that the tag applied by Nelson to get him out. Good exchange. A lot of things have to go right when the runner goes off. And Robinson to the first baseman, Dearman. Nelson makes the tag, and Carney is cut off the base paths for the first out. So Dylan Robinson saw him bat last half inning. Numbers that we have, don't see any pitching stats yet on the season for him, so perhaps the first outing of the year for him. Didn't see any when we even dug back to a season ago. So finding out what he can bring to the table altogether tonight here against Grady Emerson. And it's up and out, so Emerson draws a 4-pitch free pass.
The center fielder, number 17, Braylon James.
That'll bring Braylon James up to the plate. Emerson is off, and he slides into second in time. So Braylon hitting with a 1-0 count, runner at second, and James is hit. So that'll put runners on first and second.
All right, Barry, here we go.
A couple aboard for Jackson Castleberry.
The right fielder, number 11, Jackson Castleberry.
Castleberry up to 357 on the season. He's hit safely in 4 straight games and hits with 2 on here in the bottom of the first. First one down and out. His OPS 963, slugging 486. Hits in 4 straight and 5 of his last 6 as the ball scoots away to the backstop, allows Emerson to reach third. Took a round around it, but then goes back. So second and third now for the Cardinals. As Jackson Castleberry hits with a 2-0 count here in the bottom of the first. Cardinals looking to strike first. Castleberry, a .333 hitter this season with runners in scoring position. He's got 2 here. Castleberry takes for a strike. A 3-1 upcoming. Castleberry gets out of the way. That loads up the bases. Quick visit out to the mound as the Cardinals load up the bases. It was Greg Smeds who went on the mound for the Cardinals. In the top of the first inning. Put up a 0, and now the Cardinals have them loaded. Jake Parkerson, our player of the game last time out on Tuesday night. Good shot there of Rusty Greer talking to Grady Emerson, the former big leaguer, talking to a man who hopes to be there and many expect to potentially be there one day over at third. That's Jake Parkerson. Opportunity for the Cardinals with a .429 hitter. One of the best bats for the Cardinals this season. And watches the first down and out. I had a chance to talk with Parkerson after the game on Tuesday, really about this Cardinals team in our post-game interview. And one of the first things he brought up was the pitching and the excellence that they've had. And it certainly is a good point because while the Cardinals have scored 11 or more runs in 4 straight games, they've only allowed a total of 2 runs over their last 3, and he certainly thinks that can help them getting back in the dugout so frequently with chances to put runs on the board. And Parkerson has that chance here. Emerson stays put at third. But Parkerson certainly has done his part at the plate, having a monster senior year. 36 hits. He's hit safely in 6 of his last 7 games, up to .429 now on the year after going 2 for 2 on Tuesday night. And Parkerson turns on this. It flies out to left and it hits off the wall. Grady Emerson will come home to score. Another run coming across in Braylon James, and so Jake Parkerson picks up where he left off on Tuesday night and drives in 2 as he hits it off the wall. Another look, Jake Parkerson sees this one fly out to left field. Man, he was close to his 2nd home run of the season. Parkerson hit a home run earlier this year. That was on February 27th against Rock Hill in a tournament as Andrew Ridgel pops up. And it's Worthington who makes the grab in center. And so Ridgel retired on the first pitch. And it'll bring Jackson Purdue to the plate here with 2 outs.
Fielder, number 25, Jackson Purdue.
So Purdue up with runners on first and second and 2 outs. The Cardinals leading 2-0. And it's Purdue who's hit on the first pitch that comes his way. That loads up the bases.
The designated hitter, number 20, Blaine McDonald.
Brings Blaine McDonald up to the plate. Bases loaded. 2-0 score. And McDonald ground ball to second. It's on to first in time. Karazis makes the play, and the side is retired, but not before the Cardinals score 2 runs on 2 hits. They strand 3 as we go to the second.
in the big time. Wild, wild, wild in the USA. We're getting wild, wild, wild the American way.
Hi, my name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family, and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
We're back to action on Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Greg Smeds going out for his second inning of work, and he's got a 2-0 lead as we get ready to start this top of the second inning.
In the USA. We're getting wild, wild, wild the American way. We're getting wild, wild, wild in the USA.
It brings Easton Jefferson up to the plate to begin this second inning. And first pitch swinging, it's a foul ball, 0-1 count. And that ball hit well out to left. Purdue back on it. Jefferson with a good piece, but a fly out to show for it. And that brings up Cole Worthington.
The center fielder, number 1, Cole Worthington.
Smeds falls behind, a 2-0 count here to Worthington. And gets a foul ball. Worthington, 9 hits and 22 at-bats, a .409 hitter in 13 games. And Smeds issues another walk.
The designated hitter, number 14, Holden Hong.
Brings Holden Hong to the plate with a runner on. Upcoming from Smeds. It's a swing and a miss. 0-2 count here with 1 out. Here against the DH. Worthington, the runner at first. Runner is off. It's a foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Cardinals able to load up the bases, score 2 on 2 hits, but they strand 3 in their home half of the first inning. And now Smeggs trying to work around a 1-out walk and gets a swing and a miss. Third strikeout for the left-hander this evening.
The third baseman, number 10, Asher Shimmick.
Brings Asher Shimmick to the plate. The sophomore third baseman, his first pitch swinging and fouls it away. 0-1 count with 2 down and 1 on here in a 2-0 ball game. The Cardinals on top. Greg Smeds right now just over 30 pitches as he tries to get through a couple scoreless. Wonder how far they'll let him go tonight. With the element of non-district action, you'd assume and expect that he would start that game 1 next week. So it would be regular rest, but you also have your guy on Fridays that typically throws in Cale Brateris, and perhaps we see him as well tonight to get some work in and remain quote-unquote on schedule for the final 2 games of the regular season upcoming next Thursday and Friday. But it's Smeds right now, falling behind a 2-1 count here with 2 outs. Runner is off. Austin shoots to second, and the tag applied. It's in time. Griffin Carney this time applying the tag. Worthington caught trying to steal second for the 3rd out. Another look. Greg Smeds keeping things close on the slide step. And here's Worthington going to second, but Carney applying the tag on the left hip of the senior center fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Cardinals up 2-0.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the catcher, number 1, Hank Austin.
We welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. Hank Austin leads us off.
Off on now.
And a walk to begin the inning.
The second baseman, number 27, Griffin Carney.
So the Cardinals sent 8
Carney,
batters
first base
to
for
the plate
Cardinals, number 24, Jacob Ward.
in the first inning. Hank Austin, the 9th hitter in the order, draws a walk to begin the frame. Brings us back to the top of the order. Jacob Ward now courtesy running for Austin at first. And Griffin Carney hits for a second time. Singled and came home to score his last time up. And Carney ends up getting hit. So a walk-in hit by pitch put 2 on with nobody out for Grady Emerson here in the second.
The shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
So Emerson hits with runners on first and second. As the third Cardinal of the night is hit by a pitch, and nearly a fourth as it gets behind Emerson. And runners advance to second and third. As Grady will try to extend this lead. He walked and came around to score his last time up. And a ground ball to second. Hits through. Ward and Griffin Carney both come across to score. It's now a 4-0 Cardinals lead as Grady Emerson drives in 2 on a 2-0 count.
The center fielder,
It wouldn't be
17,
long that
Braylon
Grady
James.
Emerson would be held down at the plate as his remarkable 17-game hitting streak was snapped on Tuesday as he went 0 for 4. And what was more impressive is that he had a 9-game multi-hit streak, which of course was also snapped. But he's pretty much done it all for the Cardinals, and he continues to do so, taking second. But he drives in 2 with the knock there. But a rare 0 for 4 day, he fouls it up, and he's now reached twice. A hit has driven in 2. And he's going to swipe another bag here. He does. So Grady Emerson quickly gets to third base, stealing second and third. Grady alone with 3 stolen bases tonight in this game through 2 innings. And the throw back, it's over the head of Robinson, and Emerson will come across and score. Emerson, who's now scored 53 runs on the year in just what is the 34th game of the season for the Cardinals, with 2 tonight. And then Braylon James draws a free pass to get on first.
Liam, I need 2 baseballs.
And it looks like we could have a change. Pitching wise, as Dylan Robinson gives up the ball, and there is a call out to the bullpen. Responsible for the runner at first in Braylon James. He works 1 inning, allows 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks. And a new arm coming into the game. Heston Alina coming into the game now. The junior right-hander getting called upon here in a 5-0 ball game. As the Cardinals keep chugging along, their offense certainly is a big threat, but it's 5 runs on just 3 hits tonight. They've drawn 4 walks and they've been hit 3 times, so the 7 free passes to go along with those 3 hits certainly have helped. Jake Parkerson and Grady Emerson doing the damage with the hits, each of them with a pair of RBIs tonight. But Heston Alana now getting loose as he comes into the game. Haven't seen too much action for him this year. Looking at the stats, no innings logged, but that was the same with Robinson. And it looked like most of their games, at least 15 of their 16 with their 6-10 record, were entered online. And you could understand playing a game tonight when they've got back-to-back games in league play upcoming over the next 2 days. Again, Fort Worth Christian playing in TAPS. Their district play resumes next week. It's the Southwest Prep League where Oak Ridge plays at the 3A level. They're still in search of their first win in district play with a 6-10 mark on the year. But these first time these two teams have met since 2019, it was a little bit of unknown of what we are going to see tonight. Again, had only played 5 times since 2008. The Cardinals have won all 5 of those meetings. But Braylon, after the walk, it's a new arm, and we'll see what's in store here to Jackson Castleberry. The runner is off, and Braylon James. So 1-0 count here to Castleberry, who walked his first time up and hits with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. So the Cardinals 4 stolen bases now in the game. Castleberry on the 1-1, fouls it away. A ball and 2 strikes to the Cardinals cleanup hitter. And Castleberry barrels one to left field. Braylon James will be held up at third. It puts runners on the corners, still with nobody down in the second.
The third baseman, number 7, Jake Parkerson.
So Jake Parkerson comes up to the plate. Runner is off, and the bag swiped by Castleberry to move 2 in scoring position now for Parkerson with a 2-0 count. So Parkerson watches for now a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Runners on second and third. And he fouls one away, makes it full.
3-2.
And Parkerson lifts one to right. That'll score Braylon James. Castleberry held up at third as Jake Parkerson continues to hit. Another RBI. He's got 3 on the night. As he takes the 3-2 pitch to the opposite field. So Castleberry gets a knock. Parkerson does as well, and Andrew Ridgel swinging at the first pitch, fouls it away.
Liam, 2 baseballs, please. 2.
So first and third for the Cardinals here with Ridgel at the plate. The 0-1. Ridgel, ground ball to short. They try to go to second for the first out. Relay is not in time, so Castleberry comes across to score.
The left fielder, number 25. Jackson Purdue.
Now the umpires coming together. It was Ridgel who reached on the fielder's choice, hit the ground ball to short. Who flipped it off to Karazis at second. They were unable to get the relay in time. And now they're having a talk about, but I'm not sure because it certainly looked like Andrew Ridgel was able to beat that in time. But Ridgel's ruled out. So yeah, it was the slide by Parkerson. So the relay wasn't in time, but the slide by Parkerson. not allowing Karazisis, I guess, a great opportunity as we get another look. Sliding into him. Great shot on the replay there to showcase what happened on the play. And so that, the second out. And Jackson Purdue right to the left fielder, Jefferson, who makes the grab. Not before the Cardinals put 4 on the board. They're up 6-0.
Hi, my name is Madeline Moda. I'm in 9th grade, and this is my 4th year at Fort Worth Christian. I enjoy so much about FWC, especially the community. You can tell the teachers truly care, and I love how Christ is incorporated into every classroom. I love that at FWC, you can be included in so many aspects of the school and so many new opportunities.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Tristan Coleman, 11th grade. This is my first year at Fort Worth Christian. I think that I really like about Fort Worth Christian is just the community aspect of it. Once I got here, I feel like everybody just kind of like brought me in and was super kind. And I never really been in like an environment to where like everybody's just nice like that. Like it doesn't really feel like school for me. It feels like a community. Like I'm actually going there having fun and learning.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. Fort Worth Christian with a 6-0 lead. Thought perhaps for a moment that total was added to 7 after a ground ball fielder's choice, but it was Ritchell who was ruled out at first because of interference, because of Parkerson, who grabs the first ball that comes his way to begin the inning and makes the play. But it was Parkerson in last half inning. We showed you the slide and was ruled interference that ultimately put a run off the board.
Connor Karazisis.
It's Parkerson who's able to make that play. And that brings up the 9th hitter in the order, the second baseman, Connor Karazisis. And he takes the first upstairs, the junior. With 10 hits and 29 at-bats, a .345 hitter on the year. And the 2-0. Another ground ball to Parkerson. Backhands at third, throws across, and there's 2 outs.
The shortstop, number 12, Andrew Nelson.
So this the third inning of work for Greg Smeds. Just about 40 pitches for the left-hander through 2 2/3 thus far. He falls behind in the count. Fans in the stands enjoying some Cardinal baseball tonight. As it's over. The reach of Griffin Carney. And base knock with 2 outs extends the inning. Andrew Nelson gets the job done.
The pitcher, number 11, Heston Alana.
Brings Heston Alana to the plate. Here with 2 outs and 1 on after the single by Nelson. We saw him come into the ball game and record all 3 outs. Last inning, entered in the second and allowed 2 hits, but recorded the 3 outs to get his team back in the dugout. And now with 2 outs, he'll try to extend the inning. A 2-ball, no strike count. Two and one. Alana just 2 for 10 on the year and a swing and a miss. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Smeds with another strikeout. Gets Alana on something out of the zone, and 4 strikeouts through 3 shutout for Craig Smeds. He's just surrendered 1 hit. Parkerson making a couple plays at third to begin the inning, and it's Smeds with a strikeout to end it. We go to the bottom of the third. Cardinals up 6-0. Welcome back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Malay McDonald leads us off as the Cardinals have a 6-0 lead. And he watches the first up. McDonald, a ground ball to second to end the first in his last at-bat. It's with a 1-1 count. McDonald with hits in each of the last 2 games that he has appeared in. 1 for 3 against HSAA, and then against the Riders of Thesa also had a hit in one at-bat. Got aboard twice via a walk. He's drawn a lot of walks. He's drawn at least one walk in 5 of the last 6 games he's played, and hitting with a 3-1 count here. Make it 6 of the last 7 games that he's played. He's drawn a free pass, and he gets on.
The catcher, number 1, Hank Austin.
Brings Hank Austin up. Swing and a miss. The senior catcher drew a free pass in his first plate appearance. Austin drills one to third. They try for the double up at first, but McDonald gets back in time, and Austin, hard hit ball, but right at third. And Asher at the high corner making the play. Nice glove over at third, robbing Austin. Griffin Carney pops up. Handled that short by Andrew Nelson for the second out.
The shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
So the first one to Grady Emerson misses high. Emerson walked and scored his first time up. He then drove in 2 in his next trip to the plate. And Emerson under this one to left, gathered by Jefferson for the third out. So the Cardinals held off the board for the first time tonight, but they carry a 6-0 lead into the fourth. You're watching Cardinal Baseball live on Tradio.
They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights.
New arm into the game for the Cardinals, Jacob Keck, a 2.52 ERA and 16 2/3, 14 strikeouts, a whip at 1-2. And so now he comes in relief of Greg Smeds, who Authored 3 pretty good innings for the Cardinals tonight. 3 shutout with 4 strikeouts, just 1 hit. Did have 2 walks, but all in all, a good outing for Greg Smeds, and he gives the ball off to Jacob Pegg now. He's thrown 16 2/3 this season. However, this is his first appearance in about a month. Last time out was on March 17th. He threw 3 innings. It was in a starting effort against UME Prep. He got the win. In fact, he's 3-1 this season. Was used as a starter pretty frequently to begin the year, made 4 starts. This is his 6th appearance and his second time coming out of the bullpen. Came out of the pen early on in the first weekend of the season as well. Then made 4 starts. But 3-1. And just 6 earned, allowed in 16 2/3 with a 2.52 ERA. And that's a ground ball. Castleberry was thinking about coming up firing. But instead, a leadoff single for Luke Dearman to begin this 4th inning. So Braden Collins hits with 1 on, nobody out. And fouls
The right
away.
fielder, number 2, Braden Collins.
So Pegg delivers, it's slow and out. Austin shoots down to first, but Dearman gets back in time. And Collins, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 16 driven in, a team best 20 hits in 39 at-bats, hitting .500 on the year. Pegg bounces it in. Austin picks it. Makes it a 2-1 count. Pegg checking at first. Dearman got aboard on a ground ball to right field, a single to lead off the inning. And Pegg finds the zone, makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Full count.
Let's go. Nothing free. 3-2. Go, Pegg.
So Pegg misses upstairs, and the first 2 have
The left
reached
fielder,
for
number
Oak
7,
Ridge
Easton
here in the
Jeffers.
4th. So as the Cardinals go to the bullpen, it's the first sign of trouble, at least on the base paths now for the Owls. They've got 2 aboard with nobody out, and Easton Jefferson with an opportunity to help the Owls get right back in this ball game. They've got 2 on, nobody out, and Jefferson, who has handled the bat well this season, will try to do the same here. He hit the ball well his last time up. It was just to left field, and Jackson Purdue got it. He flew out to left, but it was a well-struck ball. Jefferson, all in all, a couple home runs, leads the team with 17 driven in. And Pegg fires a strike. 0-1 count here in the top of the fourth inning. Runners on first and second. Cardinals trying to hold on to what is a 6-run lead right now. But the Owls threatening with 2 on board. Swing and a miss by Jefferson. Pegg ahead in the count, 0-2. One ball and 2 strikes here to Easton Jefferson. And he pulls it foul. In front of the Owls dugout. Hit off a pole.
Let's go.
Jefferson lays off. He's worked it to a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody down. And it's ball 4. He was ahead 0-2 in the count, but 4 straight outside the zone has loaded up the bases.
The center fielder, number 1, Cole Worthington.
Let's go, Pegg. You got it.
Brings Cole Worthington up, but first a visit to the mound as Pegg had Jefferson in an 0-2 count, but 4 straight outside the zone, and he ends up walking. So back-to-back walks after the leadoff single. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Here for Cole Worthington, who reached on a walk in the second, but then was caught trying to steal second for the 3rd out of the inning. Worthington, a .409 hitter on the year, the senior center fielder, with 9 hits and 22 at-bats with 6 runs scored, 2 doubles and 2 triples to his credit on the year. So 4 of those 9 recorded hits have gone for extra bases. The pitching coach, John Hampton, having a word with Jacob Pegg. And a rather lengthy visit out on the mound. Perhaps buying some time for maybe the Cardinals to get somebody loose, but certainly to try to settle Pegg down and get him back in the zone here. He had 4 straight balls to Easton Jefferson after having him in an 0-2 count. And after back-to-back walks, there's nowhere to put Cole Worthington with the bases full. Here in the top of the 4th inning. So Peg gets ahead. Gets some cheers from the fans here at Keck Field supporting the Cardinals. And the right-hander out of the pen. Mentioned it had been quite some time, nearly a month, since his last appearance. And he's back out in front, an 0-2 count. So Peg bouncing one in on 0-2. Similar to what he had to Jefferson, was way ahead, tried to get him to chase, and he watched him. 4 straight outside the zone to take first. It's Dearman at third. He led off the inning with a single after back-to-back walks. Gets the swing and a miss there. And a big strikeout from Jacob Peg. Gets him on 1 down and out for the first out of the inning.
The designated hitter, number 14, Holden Hong.
So Holden Hong comes up with the bases loaded and 1 out. Struck out swinging his last time up. And hits this well to left. It's down. Dearman will come home. Collins being waved home as well. And here comes the 3rd run. The freshman DH Holden Hong clears the bases, and it's a 6-3 ball game. He smokes it down the left field line, and 3 come across. A big 3 RBI double out of the 7th spot in the order, and the freshman DH Holden Hong coming up big for the Owls, making it a ball game. A 6-3 score now. Ball and a strike, the count with 1 out. A double down the left field line that drives in the first 3 runs of the night for Oak Ridge. And that ends up hitting the third baseman, Asher Shimmick. And that puts runners on first and second. And Rusty Greer making his way out to the mound. It looks like we'll have a change. And so a new arm is coming into the ballgame for the Cardinals. Ben Rodriguez being deployed here in a 6-3 ball game. Ben Rodriguez in relief here in the 4th. If you're just joining us, the Cardinals scored 2 in the first and 4 in the second, jumped out to a 6-0 lead. Greg Smeds worked 3 shutout, just allowed 1 hit. But Peg comes in here in the 4th, allows 3 so far, and exits with 2 still on. Walks, hit by pitches, and then it set up a bases clearing 3-run double from the freshman DH. Rodriguez will come in facing 9-1-2 in the order with 2 on and 1 out here in a 6-3 ball game in the top of the 4th inning. He last pitched last Friday, working a third of an inning against All Saints, only faced 2 batters. He threw an inning against All Saints the day before that. So Braylon James leads us off as we welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Now a 6-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3, 4, and 5 in the order up here for the Cardinals. James has got aboard twice tonight. Was hit his first time up, walked in his second plate appearance. Another inning of action for Heston. Alana out of the bullpen. James with a good cut. Foul back though. Full count now. He came in the second inning, got all 3 outs, and put up a 0 on the board in the 3rd. So far 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, no runs under his belt out of the bullpen. And the 3-2 bounces into Braylon James. He reaches for a 3rd time on a free base, hit once, walks twice.
The right fielder, number 11, Jackson Castleberry.
And it brings Jackson Castleberry to the plate. Runner is off, and James slides into second, and he's caught. Enzo Figueroa cuts down Braylon James for the first out of the inning. Great throw right to second, and James is caught. Castleberry pops up to right field, but in foul ground.
Liam, 2 baseballs, please. 2.
A ball and a strike with 1 out here in the 4th. One-two count now to Castleberry, who's 1 for 1 tonight. Also reached on a walk his first time up, singled in his last at bat. Count remains 1-2 after the foul ball.
1-2.
Castleberry hit. He takes first.
The 3rd baseman, number 7, Jake Parkerson.
Brings up Jake Parkerson, working on a 2 for 2 day at the plate so far. with 3 runs driven in for the senior third baseman. And now Castleberry is off. Cardinals still wanting to run despite being thrown out once and picked off once, and a successful base swiped by Castleberry. His second of the night and the 6th for the Cardinals overall. So they have been caught twice, but 6 stolen bases now for the Cardinals. Castleberry has to get back, no throw. Jake Parkerson gets a great hold of it toward left field, and he continues his big day. He just missed a home run his first time up, and this one he leaves no doubt. Jake Parkerson is 3 for 3, and now he's driven in 5. The Cardinals extend their lead to 8-3 here in the bottom of the 4th, his second bomb of the year.
The first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel.
So Jake Parkerson is 3 for 3 with 5 RBIs. Hit one off the wall his first time up, drove in 2. Then had a single his next at-bat, punching one through the right side to get another run home. And there, drives in 2. So a good day for Jake Parkerson, 3 for 3 with 5 RBIs and a home run. That's popped up on the infield, and it's gloved by Nelson.
The left fielder, number 25, Jackson Purdue.
Brings Jackson Purdue up with 2 outs. And the first taken for a strike. And Purdue ends up getting hit. The 5th Cardinal to be plunked tonight, 5 hit by pitches.
The designated hitter, number 20, Blaine McDonald.
And it brings Blaine McDonald with 1 on, 2 out. Now an 8-3 score.
Get into this stuff? Yeah, well, my oldest is 11. So yeah, it starts. Yeah, we had first tournament last week. Tournament this weekend. It's the year that they go to Cooperstown. Yeah. But yeah, it's upon us. Is it?
Rep it out!
So 2 balls and a strike here to McDonald. 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 2 more here in the 4th for the Cardinals. And McDonald lines one to center field, but back on it is Worthington to make the grab. And the side is retired. Now before Jake Parkerson leaves the yard for the 2nd time this season, it's a 2-run shot. He got well under it and continued to carry, and it just gets over that 320 sign as we head to the 5th. The Cardinals on top, 8-3.
is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family, and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. An 8-3 score after Jake Parkerson hit a 2-run home run last inning. And Heston Alana leading things off here in the top of the 5th inning. Another inning of action for Ben Rodriguez. Rodriguez got the final 2 outs in the 4th, now out here to start the 5th. And that is Parkerson who grabs it onto first in time. So Jake Parkerson having a great day at the plate, 3 for 3 with 5 RBIs, but makes another nice play over at third. Has to show off the range, then the arm after the fact.
Number 5, Luke.
And he ends up getting Heston at first for the first out of the inning. So 1 ball and 1 strike now to the senior first baseman, Luke Dearman. Walked his first time up. And then singled in the 4th to begin what ended up being a 3-run top of the 4th inning for the Owls. He singled, and the next 2 got on. They loaded up the bases before Holden Hong had a 3 RBI double to clear the bases. Rodriguez misses inside, but that inning was really sparked by Dearman's leadoff single. So he's 1 for 1 tonight, has reached twice also with a walk to his credit. He gets out of the way. He's now walked twice tonight.
The right fielder, number 2, Braden Collins.
That brings Braden Collins up. 1 out, 1 on for the cleanup hitter, who is 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out swinging in the 1st, walked in the 4th. And that one hits him. So back-to-back base runners.
The left fielder, number 7, Easton Jefferson.
Here in the top of the 5th inning. Dearman to second, Collins to first, and Easton Jefferson to the plate. He walked his last time up. He was down in the count 0-2, but worked a walk, and first pitch swinging, fouls it away. So Ben Rodriguez trying to work out a 2 aboard. Another good cut from Jefferson.
I did a check.
But a foul ball.
But I was like, what are the chances anyway, right?
Jefferson, 7 extra base hits, 5 doubles, 2 home runs. And he tries to come through. 0-2 count here. And he smokes one towards center field. That continues to fly. One hops off the wall, and 2 runs will be waved in. Austin unable to apply the tag, and Easton Jefferson comes through, absolutely torches this thing to center field over Braylon James's head. He has to go back and retreat, but he smokes it on an 0-2 pitch. The 6th double for Jefferson. He drives in 2 more, his 18th and 19th team-leading RBIs of the year. And a couple of big doubles in this ball game from Oak Ridge. A 3-run double from Hong, and there a 2-run double from Jefferson. And it puts the Owls right back in the ball game. So Cole Worthington now hits with an 0-1 count. And certainly impressive how hard the ball was hit, but to add to the fact it was an 0-2 count, he really squares it up and crushes one to center to make it 8-5 score. So now Ben Rodriguez will try to navigate out of some trouble, still protecting a 3-run advantage.
Let's go, Cole. Let's go, one.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 on, and 1 out. The lead down to 3 runs. The Cardinals jumped down to a 6-0 lead after the first 2 innings of action. And that's ripped up the middle. Worthington will drive home a run. It's Jefferson who comes home, and that makes it now an 8-6 ball game here in the 5th inning. So we've got a ball game on our hands after the Cardinals jumped down to a 6-0 lead. Oak Ridge cut it to 3 in the 4th. The Cardinals added 2 in the bottom of the 4th to make it 8-3. Back by 5, and well, now it's down to just a 2-run lead. An 8-6 score. 8 runs on 6 hits for the Cardinals, 6 runs on 5 hits for the Owls tonight. And it's Holden Hong who delivered that really big 3 RBI double in the 4th. Oak Ridge coming alive here in the 5th as well. So they were held off the scoreboard in the first 3 innings with Greg Smeds going 3 innings of 1-hit ball, didn't allow a run. But they put 3 on in the 4th, 3 more here in the 5th. And Holden Hong waiting to hit as John Hampton makes a visit to the mound to talk to Ben Rodriguez. He's been the most utilized reliever this year for the Cardinals in terms of total appearances. Been used primarily in shorter stints. He's logged 1 inning so far tonight, getting the final 2 outs in the 4th and 1 here in the 5th. But this game getting a little of life here over the last couple of innings after the Cardinals jumped out in front. A 6-0 advantage, but now an 8-6 score. 3 in the 4th, 3 more here in the 5th for Oak Ridge, and they're right back in it with the tying run at the plate. Ground ball. Emerson steps on second, and it's on to first in time. Grady turning to himself, and that gets us out of the 5th. Not before Oak Ridge scores 3. It's a 2-run ball game as we go to the home half of the 5th inning.
In the bright lights, come on, it's yours tonight. Come on, you'll see. It's time, it's you and me. Come on, let it go. It's just a little rock and roll. Let me hear you one more time. I can see that look in your eye. Everything you want and more. It's about time. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the big time. Can you feel those bright lights? Everything is yours tonight. It's on tonight. The big time. In the big time. In the big time. Wild, wild, wild in the USA. We're getting wild, wild, wild the American way.
Way out for the Cardinals, the catcher, number 1, Hank Austin.
Hank Austin leads things off in a swing and a miss to begin this bottom of the 5th inning. It's 9-1 and 2 due up in the order for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 5th. Pop up by Austin. Drops in foul ground. Swing and a miss. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
The second baseman, number 27, Griffin Carney.
Brings Griffin Carney up to the plate. 1 for 2 tonight. Got aboard on a hit by pitch. And he watches the first down and out. Cardinals have been hit, in fact, 5 times in this game. So they're taking their free bases, 11 free bases in total with 6 walks and 5 hit by pitches. Now a 2-1 count. Here to Griffin Carney. 3 balls and a strike to the Cardinals' leadoff man. And he gets on another walk.
The shortstop, number 2,
Third time he's been
Emerson.
on tonight in 3 different ways. 7 walks now for the Cardinals as we see another there, but for Carney, a hit by pitch, and now a walk as he gets on first base. And it brings Grady Emerson to the plate, and he lifts one out to center field, and that's down. Extra bases for Grady Emerson. Griffin Carney will come home to score, and Grady's digging for home. He slides in, but he's cut down looking for the inside the Parker. Oh boy, nearly one of the most exciting plays in baseball, pulled off by number 2. Hits it to dead center, but cut down at the plate, looking for the inside the Parker. Wow. Let's get another look and just watch. So Grady all the way to dead center. And it was Worthington who was unable to get that in. Got it off to left, and look at the relay home. Emerson cut down. A phenomenal relay to catch Emerson. The Cardinals able to add a run on it. We look at the replay once
The center
again.
fielder, number 17, Braylon James.
And here Grady once again tagged out at home. But the Cardinals do extend their lead. Now a 9-6 score. So Emerson credited with a triple, an RBI triple, and then caught out at the plate. Brings Braylon James up. No official ABs for him tonight. Has scored twice, has got on 3 times, a hit by pitch and 2 walks for the senior center fielder. So Grady hits it all the way to dead center, to the wall, looking to stretch it to an inside the Parker, and he's called out at home for the second out of the inning. Very exciting play. But it didn't go the Cardinals' way. They did get a run, though, out of it. As James pops this up. In shallow left it falls, and Braylon will dig for second. So Braylon James gets to second on a little pop-up to left.
The right fielder, number 11,
One way to add a double to the
Castleberry.
scorebook. Don't always have to go gap to gap, but a blooper will do for Braylon James, who is hustling out of the box to get to second. So a triple, then a double. Although the triple for Grady was caught out trying to stretch it to a home run. 1-0 count. Here to Jackson Castleberry, 1 for 1 tonight, with a walk, or 2 walks and a single. Now hits with 2 balls, no strikes the count. The Cardinals riding 4 consecutive games with 10 or more runs. They're at 9 right now. And they've got that 10th run in scoring position. Jackson Castleberry leaves it now a 3-0 count. And he draws a walk, so that puts runners on first and second for Jake Parkerson. We'll see if he
The
can
third baseman,
continue
number 7, Jake Parkerson.
what has been a great game so far. He is 3 for 3 with a home run and 5 driven in. Add a couple of great plays at third in as well. It's been a good game for Jake Parkerson, who was our player of the game on Tuesday night. And should the Cardinals prevail in this one, certainly a lead candidate to get that honor again. And we'll see what he can do here in his fourth at-bat. 1 run scored, 5 driven in, and a 3 for 3 mark for the senior third baseman, including 1 off the wall and 1 over the wall for his second home run of the season. So time is called as the catcher Enzo Figueroa goes to talk to the pitcher here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Eston Alana, who came in relief in the 2nd, still out there now here in the 5th. Takes a look with runners on first and second. And Parkerson with a 2-0 count. 3 balls, no strikes. And Parkerson walks. So Jake Parkerson has reached 4 times, and it brings up Andrew Ridgel.
The first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel.
Ridgel takes the first down.
Let's go, bud.
Andrew Ridgel skies one to center. And he's now 0 for 4 tonight, putting his phenomenal hit streak in jeopardy, perhaps. But the Cardinals do push their lead back to 3. It's a 9-6 ball game as we head to the 6th.
Tony. Let's go, Tony.
Back to action here on Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. Antonio Andujar now into the ball game for the Cardinals, a 9-6 lead. As the Cardinals are able to add a run. Last half inning in the bottom of the fifth on a Grady Emerson RBI triple. Although he was caught trying to stretch it to an inside the Parker, and now Antonio Andujar ahead 0-2 in the count. It is up and out. So Andujar, the new arm, facing 8, 9, and 1 in this order. Asher Shimmick up at the plate, 0 for 1 tonight. And it misses high. Andujar has been phenomenal out on the mound this year. 15 2/3 tossed and just 4 earned runs. And the breaking ball's in there for strike 3.
The second baseman, number 9, Connor Karazizis.
So Antonio Andujar entering tonight. He has 8 straight scoreless appearances. As he fires the strike at 0-1 count. He threw 2 innings on Tuesday. Another strike for him. It was he got the start, kind of worked more as an opener in that game. Faced 7 batters on Tuesday, went 2 innings. Didn't allow a run, didn't allow a hit. Has 1 save on the year. No wins or losses. That's cut for strike 3 back into the mitt of Austin. So with that out recorded,
number 12, Andrew Nelson.
It's now 12 straight scoreless innings for Antonio Andujar. Entered tonight with a scoreless streak of 11 1/3. And the 2 outs now recorded here in the 6th, marking now 12 straight scoreless innings for the right-hander. Made his first start of the season. Again, just working those 2 innings on Tuesday. Mainly been a reliever that's been used in pretty big spots. Jackson Castleberry there. He makes the grab, the sign of retire. We go to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching on Tradio.
Hey, get some 2-seamers in there. Oh, okay.
They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights. In the bright lights.
Cardinals, the left fielder, number 25, Jackson Purdue.
Jackson Purdue leads off the frame in the bottom of the sixth, then a pop out to right. As we welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio, thank you so much for spending time with us tonight and really all season long here for these Cardinal Baseball Live broadcasts. First year that we're having the opportunity to do this here at Tradio. We've only got a couple games left in the regular season before the playoffs as Jacob Ward comes up to the plate. So you have tonight the penultimate home game of the season before the final home game comes up next week with the home-and-home district series against Grapevine Faith, and that will close the book on the 2026 regular season. But the Cardinals in a position, they will be in the playoffs. Not sure on what the seeding could be. If they win out, they'd be the first or second seed if they pick up those 2 wins next week. A lot of that comes down to what happens tomorrow in Lubbock with Trinity Christian and Southwest Christian as Jacob Ward flies out to right field. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th inning as the Cardinals are looking for some
The catcher,
insurance.
number 1, Hank Austin.
But the first 2 retired here against the new arm into the game. The freshman Brody Duffer looking good, getting a couple flyouts to the right side. It brings 2 down now for Hank Austin, and he takes a strike. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Austin ripped to center field. And the catcher gets a base hit, gets on for a second time. Hank Austin swinging the bat really well
The
toward the
second
back
baseman,
half of
number
this
27,
season.
Griffin Carney.
He's had a hit in 7 of his last 8 games
Christian,
now.
38, Hunter Hampton.
Hunter Hampton will run for him. And Griffin Carney comes up to the plate.
Go, Griff.
Hampton takes second on the first pitch fired by Duffer. Carney 1 for 2 tonight. He's just been on a tear all season long, especially really heating up, at least in terms of his hitting ability. As of late, he's got his average entering tonight just shy of 400. Gets on base so much, runs the base path so well.
Keep it simple, Brody. You got it.
Go, Griff.
Carney fouls it away right side. So a full count to Carney with a runner at third. Carney, ground ball to first. And stepping on the bag, making the play and retiring the side. There is Dearman. So a good inning of work for the freshman Deffer. The Cardinals will try to get 3 outs and pick up their 10th win in a row when we come back.
This life is all you get. One shot to take. Don't miss, just make. Don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. Thin our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names.
So we welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. New arm, Blaine McDonald. First pitch popped up right side. And Andrew Ridgel, he had some room, as Hank Austin told us. The backstop for the Cardinals indeed was the case. There's one out. So Blaine McDonald, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th. Now facing Luke Dearman, who has reached 3 times in this ball game. McDonald fires the strike. This is the segment of the order the Owls would one up in this situation. And while down by 3 runs, they've shown they can put 3 on the board. They put 3 on the board in the 4th, 3 on the board in the 5th to total their 6 runs tonight. But McDonald firing a strike. Blaine McDonald, 11 1/3 toss this season, just 1 earned run. He has been fantastic out at the back end of this bullpen. With 2 wins and 2 saves, as that is popped to right. Jackson Castleberry is there.
The right fielder, number 2, Braden Collins.
So Blaine McDonald, now 12 total innings worked and just 1 earned allowed. He's been really phenomenal. 2 saves, 2 wins, and well, he gets 2 outs here on the 7th, and final chance for Oak Ridge is Collins, and it's out of play.
If this goes out, this is my last one.
Oh, 1 count here with 2 outs. Foul ball. Oak Ridge down to their final strike. Cardinals a strike away from picking up their 10th straight win and their 28th of the season. Here in their second to last home game and final non-district game of the regular season. 0-2 pitch upcoming. McDonald just off the plate. Which prolongs the ball game here to Collins. 0 for 1 tonight for Collins. Braden Collins has got aboard twice, though, on free passes. North of a 500 hitter on the season. McDonald, 2 outside the zone. He's looking for a 1-2-3 frame to try to close out a victory for the Cardinals. Would be his 3rd save of the year. And it's just off. They check swing. He did not go around. The count is now full. Easton Jefferson, who hit the ball deep center field and drove in a couple, is waiting on deck. And a foul ball. Down 3 with just 1 out to work with, and down to their final strike. Fighting is Collins.
We need a baseball, coach. One baseball. 3-2. Let's go. Hey.
The 3-2 pitch here from Blaine McDonald. Time is called. McDonald chipped once. Ground ball to Emerson. On to first. It's in time. The Cardinals win it 9-6, the final score. Their 10th straight win. They moved to 28-5-1 on the year. Blaine McDonald and Antonio Andujar shut it down at the back end of the bullpen. And our player of the game, Jake Parkerson. We'll talk to him next. You're watching Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. Back-to-back games that Jake Parkerson, our player of the game, but how could he not be? 3 for 3 with 5 driven in and a home run. We'll talk to him on the other side here on Tradio.
Fort Worth Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to pursue excellence in the classroom, in competition, and in their faith, all while being equipped with a strong biblical worldview. From standout academics and championship athletics to award-winning fine arts and a vibrant student community, Fort Worth Christian is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. We invite you to discover the difference for your family. Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Thank you so much for joining the game with us today. We hope you are enjoying this presentation of Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We have a target of 20,000 channel subscribers before the end of this spring. We need your help to reach that goal. So please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and pick a friend or family member to whom you can share the game. We are happy you are watching and hope you consider becoming a member for access to different member-only content.
We're joined with you here on the field alongside our player of the game, Jake Parkerson. You had a big day at the plate. That had to be a lot of fun. 3 for 3. You hit your second homer of the year. You get aboard on a walk as well. You drive in 5. Tell us about your day at the plate.
Well, I was just trying to stay through the ball. Obviously, the velo is a little bit slower, so it's kind of messing up my timing a little bit. But I adjusted in the box, kept my hands through the ball, and I just went out there and tried to hit something hard.
Your team picks up its 10th straight win with a 9-6 victory tonight. Let's go back to your first at bat. You hit one off the wall. Did you think that one was going out?
I thought that one was going out, yes. The one that I hit out, I didn't really think I had a chance, but the wind kind of took it. But that first one I hit it a little bit harder, but I just didn't go out.
So you hit it pretty hard that first time off the wall, and then you said, I need to get under it a little bit, and then you got under it and wanted that second home run of the season. Was that your thinking?
Yes, sir, yep.
5 driven in tonight for you. You're a player of the game for the second straight game. And when we talked last time, you mentioned the pitching on Tuesday night. Well, the back end of the bullpen, Antonio Andujar, Blaine McDonald. What can you say about those guys being ready tonight here in a close game?
Yeah, they were down in the bullpen getting warm, and our pitchers ran into some trouble. So, they were ready to go, and they came out, they did their job. So, really proud of them.
I wanted to ask you, too, about a play in the field. There was a ground ball in the 5-6 hole. Thought perhaps Grady was going to grab it. You go and grab it and show off the range and also the arm. Walk us through that great play you made at third.
Off the bat, I saw it. It was hit somewhat soft. I was like, okay, I can maybe get this. So took a good angle, drop stepped a little bit, snagged it, made a good spin, threw it to first. So I was really proud of that play. We practiced that in practice a lot.
That's phenomenal. Well, Jake Parkerson, great game. Our player of the game for the second straight game. Cardinals win it. They've won 10 in a row. Thanks for watching tonight on Tradio.
top. Turn it up a notch. This is our house. We get that dub, we can